All you ever wanna do is play. So let's play.
Yeah. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mo, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke,
Yeah,
real
hey,
mode.
well, we can hold the peace or we can wage war, but I'm gonna get what I came for. Real gang, that's a crew name. We all graduated to the two-door. Sacred Global, that's an infrastructure. All y'all niggas like the Titanic. I'm the iceberg, talking no Zucker on the front lines, but we don't panic. Shit getting messy, got nothing to rest in. I'm tired of niggas, they front they blessings. They want my suggestion, but don't want the fee. I'm just doing me, I don't answer their questions. All this flexing, got no one to see. All this aggression, I just want some peace. Not even sure that I like it in heaven. I guess when we get there, then we gon' see. I do not understand, I do not get what you do. You only got one life, but you act like you got two. Yo, we go bigger than what you are willing to do. I run with king, but you peasants, you run with the goons. Hey, we stay woke, but y'all sleep. Real mode, but y'all sheep. Out in public, she a good girl, but at the crib, she a real freak. New throne for the new king. Same kid, now my streets go. Same gang, got the cheat code. I said stay woke, we in real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode. I said stay woke, real mode. Stay woke, real mode.
Hey, y'all some jokers, y'all a bunch of clowns. You will not get a laugh out of me. You can talk, but you can't denounce. I live a different theology. Why I transfer to a new account?
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised.
How to be a better ally to fat people.
Listen to a fat person for once in your life.
How dare you!
Thin privilege.
I'm a fat.
Fat oppression.
Come on.
Shaming fat people on a daily basis, threatening us with diabetes.
Pizza is a vegetable.
A lot of white allies and accomplices ask.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testicles. Ooh. Welcome everyone to episode 29 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Beatcast, Sleazecast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode of the Beastcast is brought to you as powered, is sponsored by Everest and K2 Flexing on all you What's up, Swole fam? How are we doing? Episode 2129. It is Swole Slut Saturday, and I'm very excited to have all of you here. We're going to have a great show. It's fully stocked with some sick fucking gains, and I see everyone joining in live. Josh, Daniel, Cerny, Aaron, Matthew, what's up, Tyler? How we doing, Nick? Peaceful Bandit, everyone's here. We're not going to waste a single moment. We're going to get right into it because, man, I'm excited today. I'm excited. I'm feeling good. Nick just had some raw liver. Very nice. Round of applause. Get some America for some American liver. Is it American liver? Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter as long as you're getting it in. As long as you're getting in that good beef. Oh, fam, how we doing today? What are you smashing? Drop in the comments down below. Make sure you're checking all the show notes for the links. Join the Swole fam today because on Monday, March 7th, that is day after tomorrow, we have an accountability meeting live call, Monday the 7th, 12 noon Eastern time, private live call for members only. Don't miss out on episode 2131. It is a private live call. So join the fam today, swolenormousx.com. Last day or two for the Fuck Your Resolution specials. They end tomorrow. So make sure you are checking all those membership options out over there at swolenormousx.com and be there for Monday's accountability meeting. It is going to be fire as always. We have amazing posts and we have some amazing new releases and stuff going on this week. So be there or be a jabroni. Now let's summon the Falcon. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you are subscribing, sharing the podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all that good stuff. Let's get into it. Let's summon this, this taloned beast. Falcon, are you ready? A Falcon. Nice. Very nice.
USA, greatest country in the world.
All right. Happy Saturday, everyone. Hashtag Swole Slut in the comments down below for a chance to win today's Swole card. Today is Swole Slut Saturday. So drop that hashtag and we'll be giving it away to one lucky listener, one lucky watcher, one fortunate member of the Swole fam who is a filthy Swole slut. So make sure you're dropping that hashtag down below. You might want to do triple S, hashtag SSS, because you might get banned. You might get banned because you might say a naughty word that someone doesn't like. What else is new? But let's get into today's episode. Are you ready, fam? Here we go. Let's moisturize, spit on it, and get into that tip. Ooh-ah. Babe, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, here we go. First post from inside the Swole fam. This is awesome. Brian got his signature series, his P3S2. That is fucking sick.
I gave it a
looking 10. Nice, dude.
A 10, a fucking 10.
That is a nice schmedium. That's fitting really nice. Look at that. Beautiful. P3S2, a huge success. Those certified cards will be going out shortly, so you can keep an eye out for that. I kind of like to stagger it. That way you get the shirt. Another thing to look forward to. And of course, we got P3S3 that we releasing in a couple months, so stay tuned for that. But looking fire, Brian. Looking good. Make some sick fucking gains in your brand new Papa Swolio signature series. I love it. Came out great. And those of you that are still waiting on it, I hope you get it soon. It's out of my hands, so just keep an eye out for it. But if everyone's receiving them, you should be getting it soon. It might just depend on your region and stuff like that, so keep an eye on it. All right, the Dick Dog. Interesting. Papa Swolio. Just like you, I hate using the term best, so please forgive me for this. What is the best way to silence a woman? Haha, that's a good one. That's a good.
What is the best move to silence a woman?
All right, I jest. What's the best loading for Bulgarian split squats? Front load kettlebell, single arm dumbbell on the same side as the working leg, one dumbbell in each hand, back loaded barbell, front loaded barbell. Your thoughts would be greatly appreciated. Context, I'm doing scorched earth, lower burn 1. Bulgarian split squats are one of the best exercises for legs, especially for someone who maybe, you have poor squat form, for example. A lot of times this decreases pressure. Some people it's uncomfortable depending on your mobility, but this can be a great way to overload your legs and overload the quads, the glutes, primarily and do so with less load. There's really two. I mean, you could do it with a bar. You could do it front loaded. It's really not necessary to do it loaded. I mean, like from the top, you can, but you really need good hip mobility. The problem is people oftentimes raise their back leg too high. You really only need to get like 6 or 8 inches off the ground, so keep it low. And a lot of people that have knee pain or have improper alignments because your foot's up on a bench, that's way too high. It should really just be elevated slightly to bias that front leg. You don't need to be, because when you're extending one hip, it limits your other hip to flex. And unless you have great mobility, amazing mobility, most people just throws them out of whack because if they lean forward, then they extend too much in their lower back and it's a hot mess. So I would recommend, for dumbbells, 2 ways. If your left leg is forward, you hold the dumbbell in your right hand or you do it in both hands. So there's your option. Don't hold it on the same leg that's working because that's going to, imbalance you. I like it if your left leg is forward, you hold a single dumbbell in your right hand. And I find that really hits the outer portions of the quads and the glutes a little bit more because you're stabilizing in that manner. So 2 dumbbells, or you can have it in the hand of the back leg, or you can do front loaded. You can do those things too. Safety squat is a great way to do it. Have the bar with the handles in the front. So that's a good way to do it. So it really depends on your setup. If you're doing it on a Smith machine, if you're doing it at home, but front load kettlebell would not necessarily be my first choice. The rest of it is just feel what works best for you. See what works best for you. Some people just like to. The thing is, if you are holding weights, then you have a weakest link in your grip strength. So you might want to use wraps. This is a great opportunity for people to use wraps so you don't have to fatigue your grip, because if you can't hold the dumbbells anymore, then you're not really maxing out. You're not really overloading your legs enough. So you might want to use wrist wraps. That way you can you can move the stress from your grip. You won't have the weakest link being your grip strength. Just don't elevate your back leg too high. That's my recommendation. All right, we got another one here.
What's in the box?
From L. And L says, from the private Facebook group, looking for the swollest of advice. Well, I think you're in the right place. Hopefully I'm not too vague. One of my biggest questions throughout my entire fitness journey, when to stretch versus when to rest when it comes to discomfort. Example, I've had a bit of a rough week. I'll spare the details, but I've had some time constraints and added stress affecting my workouts. Yesterday, I noticed my lower back, glute area felt tight. This isn't abnormal for me, especially when stressed. I did some stretching throughout the day. It was painful, and I wasn't able to tell if it was helping. At the end of the day, I foam rolled and used a Theragun before bed. It was sore immediately after. This morning, it's still there, possibly a little less, but not much. So should I continue stretching and foam rolling, or is it time to leave it alone? I don't want to be a beesh about it, but I don't want to make it worse. Thanks in advance, Swole fam. Let's see. I have to look through this again. Time constraints, lower back glute. You did some stretching. It wasn't painful. You foam rolled. It was sore. I mean, let's see. When to stretch and when to rest. Well, if you have damage to a muscle, like if you have an injury, you don't want to stretch it just because you might want to maybe do some massage depending on the strain or what the situation is. You just probably have to do some mobility. Are you practicing yoga? Are you doing stretching? Isn't really that effective, to be honest, just static stretching. It's better to do some sort of activation and mobility, which is light resistance through a full range of motion, or yoga. You'll get more benefits out of it. A lot of times people do stretching and they don't change their fundamental habits. If you're just stretching, you're not strengthening anything, if that makes sense to you. So you will stretch and then you'll go back to your poor posture, your poor motor patterns. For example, I'm just saying this in a generality. And then what will happen is it'll just come right back. So that's why when you go get a massage somewhere, I feel really good for a couple of days, and it comes back because your posture still sucks and you still have the same type of muscle imbalances or overcompensation. So it's really important that you are strengthening muscles that are weak, and then you're lengthening and inhibiting muscles that are too tight and overworked. And you are creating that strength balance and length balance around the joints, which will decrease stress overall and decrease your pain. So I would recommend yoga, for example. I would recommend also looking into the hip, ankle, and knee mobility masterclasses in the masterclass section. That can maybe get to the root of the issues here. So it is a little bit vague. I would like to know a little bit more about what you're doing, but it doesn't sound like anything you should avoid. When someone says sore, I was sore immediately after, or I had discomfort. Discomfort's not pain. So you have to really be able to organize that a little bit more, because we all know that there's good pain and bad pain. There's good discomfort and bad discomfort. So you just want to make sure that you are not perpetuating an injury, which is what it sounds like. But if you had some discomfort, it could just be something where you have a muscle imbalance that's just kind of compounding over time and creating just too much tightness in that area. So it might be your quadratus lumborum. You might want to do some QL walks where you sit on your butt and you actually sit up nice and straight with your legs straight, and you just kind of like shimmy your butt forwards and backwards. It really works those lateral stabilizers in your lower back that attach to your ribs. So that's a good one. Your hips to your ribs. Quadratus lumborum is usually weak and stiff because people are sitting down all the time. They don't do enough multiplanar motion. So you might want to look into that. Just some thoughts off the top of my head. Hopefully that gives you a little bit of insight as to where you can take this moving forward. Let's see. We got another post here this one's from James. We got a flexing picture. Here. Y'all. All right, James, post-workout Flex Friday pump, biceps, triceps, and shoulder day. Hashtag go to the fucking gym. Let's get some of that. Let's get some America. Nice, James. And from Pizone, Muscles Marinara. Look at that on your car. The Swole Slut. Just slap this on the Challenger so all the beaches on the road know that you are a Swole Slut. I fucking love it, dude. I love it. The Swole Slut. I love it. Nice. Anyone else got stickers on your car? Hey, if you got bumper stickers or you're putting some of the Swole stickers on your car, you definitely have to post that up in the group. You have to post it up. We need to get those stickers. We need to get those stickers, those sticker pictures. I got to see them all. Very nice. P-Zone. Sassy Shines, good morning from the Telegram group. I have good news. My sister has asked me about getting healthy and exercising. I am thrilled that my example is leading my friends and family to get awareness about health. Slay the day, you swole beaches. Oh,
60% of the time, it works.
Nice, Sassy.
Every time.
That doesn't make sense.
I'm telling you. Lead by example. Lead by example. It doesn't seem as effective because you're not telling people what to do, but you're doing it yourself. Bottom line, you want to do this for you. You need to make these lifestyle changes for you. You need to be focusing on your 7 pillars for you. And that's the whole thing. A lot of times people tell someone else, like right when they start, they haven't built that track record of leading by example. They haven't built that track record for themselves. So people don't weigh those words as value with the same type of value. And it can be frustrating when someone asks you questions. And I've had family members or friends of Mama Swolio talk to me or ask me about nutrition and stuff. And I tell them and they don't listen at all. And I don't bother with it. Someone has to really be interested and they can ask me and I'll tell them, but I really don't have any expectations. I assume people are not going to do it because they won't. They really won't. You have to really want it. And if you really want to do it, you really want to make those changes, you don't need to hear it from me. You're going to do it yourself in many cases. It's great. I shouldn't say that because some people just don't really know where to start, but you all know that you need someone to come to you. But the problem is, what I want to clarify is when someone comes to you, asks questions, but they don't listen to anything that you say. They just hear. They ask you to ask you because it makes them feel like, hey, I'm doing something. I'm asking a question. But then you tell them and they just don't do anything. It's like, why the fuck did you ask if you're not going to do it? Why would you ask if you're not going to do it? Some people just want to hear themselves ask the question. They feel like that is the effort that they required for themselves. Oh, now my needs are satisfied. I asked the question, so now I feel better about myself because I asked. Well, that doesn't do jack shit. You have to take action. So a lot of people just ask to ask. Like, I want to get abs. What do I do? It's like, fuck you. Fuck you, I want to get abs. Shut up. Stupid ass, just random statement. No one's ever said that and actually gotten abs. I want to get abs. Like the dumb Instagram question we get sometime. You fucking people. You fucking people. God, I sound like it too. All right, last post here from the Swole fam from the Discord. Ash D. Hey fam, I'm starting the elimination diet on Sunday. I've long suspected tomatoes, which was always my family's go-to munching vegetable, as being terrible for me. Since I've cleaned up my eating, I've only eaten tomatoes twice, 2 weeks without in between, and both times I've gotten horribly sick. I spoke with my husband about how the elimination diet will help put a nail in that coffin, and he's supportive, but a little sad that tomato sauces, spaghetti, pizza, and salsa will be going off the menu at home. I'm hoping to get him on board through example. Wish me luck. Very nice. Tomatoes are a nightshade, and you might feel better if you pressure cook them, but yeah, I mean, spaghetti, pizza, salsa, those things really don't have any... the pizza is crap aside from the tomato sauce, and spaghetti is, if you make it with, I don't know, maybe squash or something like that, but all the dough and the wheat, these are all famine foods. These are things that can stay good on a shelf for decades. And the reason is because they're processed that way. They're there to make a profit, to use the cheapest ingredients and make the most return. So a lot of these things, especially the way they're made here, if you make it from home and you do things the right way and you make your own maybe bread that where the yeast rises and certain things, but most of the time this is just filler. These are nutrient void foods that don't provide any real value for your nutrition. And more often than not, they'll cause you inflammation, other side effects. So it's really about eating nutrient dense food that you could be consistent with and figuring out which foods work best for you. So yeah, I would definitely eliminate tomatoes. Very common for people to have nightshades. And, there are plenty of other things out there. Whenever someone has to give up something, oh my God, I can't eat this anymore. There's thousands of different types of foods out there. You'll find something better. Not to mention, you're going to feel so much better by eating better. So it snowballs. It snowballs. So for anyone that thinks, oh my God, I'm giving up these foods, it's not giving up. You are customizing and individualizing and giving yourself the freedom to eat all these amazing foods. You have to stop thinking about some of these processed foods as actual foods. In other words, things that should be going into your body. And just because most people don't even think and just shove everything in their mouth, most people absorb everything through their eye holes and ear holes too. Most people believe anything they hear on fucking TV. Most people are ignorant. Most people don't educate themselves in that sense. Most people don't pay attention and actually understand what's going on in our world. Most people are completely unplugged. Most people don't listen. Most people don't exercise. Most people don't eat right. Most people don't sleep well. Most people don't do most things. So you have to stop comparing yourself to what other people do. It's not restriction. It's actually freedom. And you're going to feel so much fucking better. You're not going to miss these damn foods. You really won't, because you're going to feel so fucking good. And that's the fact. All right. Make sure you subscribe, share the podcast, share this knowledge cock, slap someone with some knowledge cock right now. Because when you share someone, the podcast with someone, they get digitally dick slapped across the face. And who doesn't like that? Who doesn't like that, fam? Okay, let's get into some knowledge cock. If you have a question, we'll take a few live. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Reminder that we do have an amazing Swole Slut card. I know.
Smile and wave, boys.
I know.
Smile and wave.
Hashtag Swole Slut for a chance to win today's Swole card. Let's get into the first question here from Ernesto. Hold on a second. My whole window just moved. Ernesto Chavez. Ernesto Chavez L. Whatever. Or the first. Ernesto Chavez the first. Best bicep and also best chest exercise to grow muscle. There is no best. Just make sure that you're working the muscles with different angles. You're trying different things. I love chest dips. And of course, any type of deep pressing movement is great for the shoulders also. Bicep movements. You could do a preacher curl. You could do a spider curl. You could do an incline curl. For the long position, you could do barbell curls, dumbbell curls, hammer curls, Zotman curls. There's so many. There's no best of either. Usually because it's going to come down to stimulating the muscles, proper overload, training regularly, getting good sleep, eating enough food. A very vague question. So that's one of those silly ones that I was mentioning. Tyler, Papa Swole, are coconut flakes something that's beneficial? What's a coconut flake? You mean coconut? Yeah, coconut's not really that bad. A lot of people like coconut. Yeah, coconut oil, if you get a organic, unfiltered, or unrefined coconut oil, those are usually better. Some people use MCT oil for making bulletproof coffee or something of that sort. Coconut oil is about 60 or so percent MCTs, medium chain triglycerides. So some people like coconut oil straight in their coffee, or some people cook with coconut oil. I prefer tallow and things like that, but everyone's different. Coconuts are usually something that's fine for people. Matthew, my wife has had a high prolactin level for about 20 years due to a small tumor on her pituitary gland. The high level prevents her from having a menstrual cycle. A few weeks ago, she had a period for the first time in years. We are thinking it may be the result of cutting out hormone pumped beef, chicken, and dairy from our diets. Any thoughts? Yeah, why wouldn't it be? I mean, what else is she doing? Is she eating beef liver? Is she eating organ meats and all those types of things? That's fantastic. That's great. So does that mean that her prolactin levels are, potentially lower? I mean, that's fantastic. Good for her. Good for her. Like, what is she eating? What I know you're cutting those things out, but it's not really so much what you cut out. Also, it's what are you eating? Like, what is she eating now after she cut out those lower quality foods? Better sleep, of course, but organ meats, get her some grass-fed or beef liver or supplement. Organ meats are so important for women. By the way, Matt, have you checked out those podcasts? I keep talking about them, but the Fundamental Health podcast with Paul Saladino, check out the ones with Dr. Jamie Seaman, Seeman. There's two, one from 2020 and one from 2021. They're great and they're amazing for women's health. Make sure you listen to those podcasts and have your wife listen to them too. Okay, let's see. Another question. If you got more questions, drop in the comments below. Hashtag AskPapaSwolio. Chaz Balls 123. Nice Chaz Balls.
Great Scott!
I'm skinny and I've just started to bulk up, but one arm is bigger than the other. How should I equal out? Train the other one more. Yeah. Okay. Well then, train it more. Train it more. Usually that's because it's your less dominant arm. So practice yoga. Make sure you have proper balance. Make sure you have proper alignment. Fucking do a couple more sets. Do some negatives. Do an extra set or two when you use that arm. Yeah. Very rarely is someone completely symmetrical unless you're stepping on stage. When it's the same way like saying just because someone takes steroids doesn't mean they're going to have an amazing physique. A lot of people that you see on social media, they take anabolics and they don't look good. They don't build that much muscle. They don't have great symmetry. They don't have great muscle shape. The people that are stepping up on stage that are competing at a high level, it's like, the highest level of the NBA. These people are taking anabolics. They live, sleep, they just live bodybuilding, and they have amazing genetics for symmetry. Not only that, but they actually train for symmetry. And that's like the difference. You want to be strong. You want to be mobile. You don't want to have pain. You want to feel good. You want to sleep good. So I always wanted to get big when I first started training. It was all about getting big, getting big, getting big, getting big. And I still love training for muscle size. I just don't care to get bigger and bigger and bigger because unless I'm starting to take anabolics, I'm not going to get much bigger than where I am right now and be comfortable. Maybe 5 or 10 pounds, give or take. I could put that on and still function, but I like where I am right now and how I feel. But you start to realize, okay, I think you should train for symmetry because you don't want to have imbalances, but it should be more internal symmetry. You should work in multiple planes of motion. You should be, strong for mobility. Nitpicking the aesthetics is not necessarily going to be improving your health. So, you want to make sure that you're doing the fundamentals. That's why we have the 7 pillars. On the 7 pillars, you don't see aesthetics. You don't see, hey, symmetry. Because symmetry isn't required for health. You don't want to skip leg day. You don't want to skip left arm day or left leg day, or, you want to make sure you train everything properly, but symmetry is for that competition. Very rarely is someone like, I'm not symmetrical. I have like muscles that are slightly different size and, people have everyone's got different nuances. So you just you got to deal with it. Everyone's a little bit different. All right. Wow. Talking about dumb questions. Jocko C1104. How can I make even more gains? Listen to the Daily Swole. Subscribe.
We choose truth over facts.
Keep fucking listening. Keep eating big. Keep training hard. What kind of a question is that? How can I make even more gains? Wow. Considering I know so much about you. Fucking questions on Instagram. I guess we're getting the stupid questions on Instagram now. Thomas T. Kuzma 347. What's the most important thing in your life, Swolio? The most important thing in my life? That's an interesting question. The most important thing in my life. I mean, Mama Swolio, but like, I don't know. There's a bunch of important things. I mean, my sanity, my peace, Mama Swolio. Yeah, I never thought about that because I have a bunch of important things. The most important thing. I never think about the best. I never think about the most. It's just, things but Mama Swole is the best. All right. Jack J73, is 7 days a week okay? Or I need to keep my rest day? All right. Let me clarify this once and for all. Just because you should go to the fucking gym, quote unquote, every day. When I say go to the fucking gym, that might be yoga in your living room. So I'm not saying that you need to lift weights every day. I would definitely do something. Maybe you don't want to go to the actual gym. Let's say you go to an official gym, like an LA Fitness or a Planet Fitness or a Crunch gym or whatever it is. You might go 6 days a week. A couple of those days you do mobility there instead of heavy weight training. Another day you go for a long walk. So I think you should be doing something active or positive for recovery or training, but it doesn't have to be lifting heavy weights every day. Just you don't lift hard every fucking day. You need recovery, but you shouldn't just be sitting on your ass. So 7 days a week for heavy lifting? Absolutely not. You really only need, depends on your experience, depends on your goals, depends on your split. You only really need to, at most, for most people, if you're trying to bulk, if you're trying to train hard, 4 to 5 days a week of weightlifting. And that doesn't necessarily mean that you're lifting heavy all 5 of those and then 2 days for yoga or active recovery. Everyone's different. Sometimes I go through phases where sometimes I'll lift and I'll be training, like say 5 or 6 days a week. And then other weeks I do more mobility and I kind of pull it back to like 2 or 3 days of more training, or I do more kettlebell work. Kettlebells are something that you can do every day. You just change what you're doing. That's what I like about it. With dumbbells and stuff, you can do more mobility and light stuff, but kettlebells get such a different flow for the body. It's great for cardiovascular capacity. It's great for mobility. It's just great for moving fast, explosive, even with a light weight. It's great. All right, Nick, this may be a dumb question. I hope so. I really hope so.
How about I send you a hobo's dick cheese?
I like dumb questions. When it comes to bicep peaks, is it more of a genetics thing or is it more of a time under tension thing? I have large biceps, but seems like they don't really peak. Yeah, it's definitely genetics, but of course, you can work on that more. A great exercise for that. Preacher curls are great, but also concentration curls are fantastic for bicep peaks. But yeah, these are things when it comes to the shape, when it comes to I want to say symmetry, but when it comes to the shape and it comes to the muscle insertions, you know how some people, a lot of times, like black guys have, it's just like more of like a genetic thing. You see how they have like really like higher calves, but they're kind of like balled up, but they can jump really high and they can run really fast. A lot of times sprinters and stuff have like really long tendons, but short muscle bellies. And a lot of times people with like really large or big muscle bellies have those big sausage calves, but they're not really the fastest people. It's not across the board, but like muscle insertions, how long the tendons are and the connective tissue can vary from person to person. And a lot of times that is genetic. So when it comes to how much muscle you have in terms of ratio to like the tendon, those things are definitely genetic. But it doesn't mean you can't work through it and expand and like do the best that you can. But sometimes when people flex, they have really short biceps. And some people, when they flex, they have really long full bicep heads, and that's genetics. Doesn't mean you can't maximize what you have, but you're never going to have those massive, like Arnold, full muscle bellies. So like for me, for example, I have like my insertions are pretty good there. So I don't have like the short muscle belly, but everyone's different. That's definitely genetic. It doesn't mean you can't improve your peak. It just means that, muscle insertions that can definitely lead to whether or not or how big your peak is. But I would recommend doing concentration curls are great and really holding there at the top, like really focusing on the contraction. Have you done that with like lighter weight and really squeezing the fuck out of that contraction, like you're flexing in the mirror, like you're doing a pose? It's a great way to do it. Daniel, how fast do you think I will get stiff again from not being able to do my flexibility work? I don't know. What do you mean? Nah, you'll be fine. How fast? One of the things that you'll feel more stiff than you will be. You'll get back into that pretty quick. If it's like a week or two, you're sick, right? You have the vid. Usually with the flu and things like that, you're going to feel stiff for a little bit longer after that goes away, but you'll get back quickly. You'll get back. Anyone knows that. One of the things that you'll notice the most is cardiovascular capacity if you stop doing what you were doing, or mobility. If you're doing mobility all the time and then you don't do it, let's say you get sick or whatever and you can't do it for a week or two, it'll just feel like you're more stiff. You're like, oh my God, but it'll come back. It's not like you're not going to lose it all in a week or two. So don't worry about it. Just take care of yourself. Yeah, take care of yourself. But don't forget, if you have a fever and you have COVID, you're going to feel stiff. I remember I had the flu really bad in college and you just feel like you got hit by a ton of bricks. I remember I came down to visit my grandparents in Florida when they were still alive after I had gotten over the flu. I had the flu and I had a bacterial infection. I had a fever of like 105. It was awful. I had to go to the ER. And when I came down, I got a month membership to the gym local to their place. When I came down, it was like for the Christmas holiday. It was like 2 or 3 weeks. And I remember I went to the gym and I was benching at that time, it was 2 plates plus whatever. I remember I put on the incline, I put 135 on the bar and I was like lowering it. And it was with all my strength. It was just like my arms were just not moving. I didn't feel bad. I felt fine, but like I went to push and it just wouldn't move. It just wouldn't move. It was just barely going up. And then after like a week or so of going through that, like what the fuck, my strength, all of a sudden it came back. And all of a sudden I was where I was. So the flu really or COVID can really take it out of you, especially after you feel better, like you're not sick and you're moving around, but your strength might take a little bit to come back. Yeah, it's normal to feel stiff. Remember, your body's fighting off an infection, fighting off a virus, so you're going to feel that way. How do I not slack off in the gym? Yeetified yeet. Stop spending time on Instagram and fucking stop slacking. How do I not slack off in the gym? Oh, go fuck yourself. Stupid fucking questions. How do I not slack off in the gym? Don't bring your phone or leave it in your bag. Just fucking go smash. Put some music on. Just go fucking crush. Fucking shit. Tyler, might be a Matt Damon, but when someone says, I want to lose weight, what are they really talking about?
Matt Damon.
You said Matt Damon, so I'm hitting that. What are they really talking about? They're talking about losing fat. So that's why all the fat acceptance jabronis and jabbernets, when they're saying, stop talking about weight loss. It's about fat loss. No one's telling you to lose weight, like muscle weight or bone weight, lose organ weight. No, they're telling you to lose that extra fucking human you're carrying around in your stomach. These questions blow on Instagram. Let's take one more. Oh, we got the last question. We're going balls deep. So if you have any questions live, ask now. Forever hold your peace. Joey Hoey BMX, how many times do you do yoga a week and for how long a day? I'm doing mobility pretty often. I would recommend doing yoga 2 to 3 times a week to start. Start with consistency. It's better to do yoga for 15 minutes a day than do yoga for an hour once a week. Obviously, doing it 15 minutes a day is more than an hour when you add them all up. You're getting almost 2 hours in there. One, you're getting 2 hours of yoga. Another thing is that you're just warming yourself up. I would recommend to find like a basic, if you're not a member of Swole Norma's X, look up a sun salutation and just do that for 10 minutes a day. Just do sun salutations for 10 minutes. Okay, look it up. Do a sun salutation. There's different sun salutations. There's like sun salutations 1 and 2. There's different like sequences, but it's a very short sequence and you can do that. Just do that for 10 minutes a day. Literally 10 minutes a day. That's it. Set a timer and do the sun salutation for 10 minutes. Just breathe, do it. That's it. Practice. That'll be much better than most. Rather than doing an hour yoga class once or twice a week, sun salutations for 10 minutes a day will be better for you. Coats of paint. All right. Lexi S. Papa Swole, high resistance or more miles on a stationary bike? I don't like stationary bikes. So for me, it's like, fuck that shit. It depends on what you're doing. Why are you sitting down on a bike? What's up? I'm more concerned with that. High resistance? It depends on how long you're doing it for. Why would you sit down and exercise? Like, why would you sit down and do that? Just curious. What are your goals? What are you trying to accomplish? What's the context of what you're doing? Nick, for concentration curls, would a lighter weight dumbbell and longer squeeze be better than going heavier? Yeah, well, never sacrifice form. Make sure you're having good form. So yeah, you can focus on that for doing maybe 8 to 12 repetitions. You just want to make sure you're getting a good squeeze. Who dis guy? Papa Swolio. Hey, Papa. What's up, who dis guy? Do you know how I would do prone leg curls at home? Would it be possible with resistance bands? Yes. And you could also do it with a dumbbell between your feet. That's a great one. You could also do supine leg curls if you get a glute ham roller, or you can get like a slide plate or a paper plate and you can put your heels on it, lift your butt up and just curl in and out. That's supine, but it's a similar movement. But you put a dumbbell between your feet, or you can use a band. That's both good. Those are both good. All right, time to go balls deep. Good questions. We figured it out. We got it in.
That's deep.
We did it. You did it. You did it. You did it. Yeah, I mean, really, when it comes to, I was debating my husband about it. He was bragging about how many miles. If you do more resistance, you're going to build more muscle. If you go lighter, it's like going for a long, slow walk versus sprinting or running uphill or doing stairs. I would say more resistance and do less. I don't know. I just wouldn't be sitting down and like, cycling. We've talked about that before. All right, let's go balls deep. Fam, are you ready for some shit posts? All right, let's get some gorillas. All right, we got a couple posts. We got a couple videos. So let's just jump right into it. The first one, I don't know what this is. I don't know who this is, but it looks really good. Look, this is the best avatar I've ever seen. It's a clown over her face. Haha, very appropriate. I don't know where this is from, but let's read the text here. The cruelest groups to fat people are consistently other fat people who desperately want to be thin, and formerly fat people clinging to their thin identity. Jesus Christ. And of course it makes sense. It's hard to see others live unapologetically in a body you've been taught is inherently wrong. But the issue is not with people who are existing in fat bodies. It's with the system that made you believe you need to change yours. Okay. Okay, Carl. Can I call you Carl? Mrs. Marks, can I call you? Thin identity. Formerly fat people clinging to their thin identity. All right. How about taking care of yourself and being healthier, and then you won't have to worry about any of this? Very nice. Moving right along. We got one from Molly. We got two tweets. One from Molly. This is from Paxum Butch. Paxum Butch. That's her @ Paxum Butch. Sounds about right. This is a quote tweet, and the quote tweet is from this person, Johnny. It's criminal how much regret you feel after eating McDonald's. And then Molly responds, quote tweet, nah, you all just have internalized fat phobia. Get well soon. You're both eating McDonald's. You're both eating garbage chemical trash. So you're both getting diabetes. All right. Diabetes for everyone, just like Oprah. You get diabetes, and you get diabetes, and you get diabetes. And we have another one from @the Anti-Diet Plan. This is from Alexis Akanasan. Hey, Alexis Kanasan. In order to prevent eating disorders. See, I would never even write that. Right away, even halfway through the sentence, it's a shitty sentence. In order to prevent eating disorders. Allow myself to introduce myself. In order to prevent eating disorders, we must make it safe for people to be fat. But our current eating disorder organizations seem to think that treating eating disorders and eradicating fat people go hand in hand. Make it make sense. That's my question as well. Make it make sense, Alexis. The fuck are you talking about? Tell me you have a double-digit IQ without telling me you have a double-digit IQ. We must make it safe for people to be fat. Well, all I got to do is go outside, look around. It looks pretty safe. I've never seen a fat person hunted in real life. I've never seen a fat person assaulted in real life. I mean, for being fat, like you're fat and just get attacked. Yeah. I mean, if you are obese, you probably have an eating disorder. You're definitely not making good choices. Let's put it that way. All right. Very nice.
First, take a big step back and literally fuck your own
Not spending a lot of time on that dumb shit. We're going to get into some videos. Those are so much more fun. Accountability meeting day after tomorrow, Monday, March 7th, 12 p.m. Eastern time. Join the fam today, SwoleNenormousX.com. We got new releases, amazing Swole fam posts. Don't miss out on that live call, 12 noon, Monday, March 7th, 12 noon Eastern time. That's Eastern time. Right now, it's 12:18 Eastern time, 12 noon Eastern time, Monday, March 7th. Be there or be a jabroni. Don't be there. Don't miss out on that. And also, I didn't mention it earlier, but of course, we got the new Captain Swoleo apparel over there at papaswoleo.com. Get your amazing Swolenormous apparel over there at papaswoleo.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off and check out that brand new Captain Swoleo gear. Oh my God. Looks awesome. It looks awesome. Go check it out. Get yours today. It is fire. And I love seeing all the flags and the pictures and the Papa Swoleo signature series everyone's getting in. Looks awesome. You guys rock. All right. Now let's get into some videos. Fam, I need you to choose. Pick a number between 1, 2, and 3. Or how about this?
What's in the box?
1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. Uno, dos, o tres. 1, 2, or 3. We got some good videos today. We got a couple videos today. Let's see what we got. We got some numbers rolling in. All right. Let's see. Let's get a Forrest Gump.
My name's Forrest Gump.
All right. You know what? Daniel's got the vid. Let's cheer up Daniel. Daniel's calling for number 3. Let's go Daniel today. Let's go Daniel. Oh, God. That's a rough start. All right. This one's going to hurt. You ready, fam? Daniel leading team 3. This is called internalized fat phobia.
One thing that I think a lot of fat people don't want.
Shit. Yo, okay. Yeah, why do they start off so hot? Calm it down. Why do they have to be so hot when they start the video? Just like piercing. And my God, what's going on here?
One thing that I think a lot of fat people don't want to hear is their constant attempts at weight loss, their constant attempts at restrictive diets, their constant weight cycling, the up and the down, and them shaming and hating themselves into losing weight. That is just as unhealthy as it is being fat, as it is being obese.
No, it's not.
Like, neither is good for you. Neither is healthy. I started listening to all these doctors and dietitians that study this for a living, and they say that intentional weight loss is not great for you. Never has been.
Yes, it is.
We live in a fat-phobic society. A lot of these doctors that we see are fat-phobic, and
No, you just don't like what they have to say because they say, hey, you're morbidly obese. Your lifestyle habits are trash. You should lose fat. We can stop talking about weight loss. We should start talking about body fat composition and fat loss. That is good. Weight loss, fuck that term, weight loss. Fuck the weight loss term. Fat loss. Fat loss. Doctors are not fat phobic. You are just health phobic. You're health phobic. Don't be health phobic. How about that? Anytime someone says you're fat phobic, well, you're health phobic. You don't want to be healthy.
aren't really telling us the truth. And the truth is a lot.
What is going on here? Yo, get to the point.
Of these health issues that we see in fat people, not caused by the obesity. It's caused by them constantly having these weight cycles, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. That's not good for you.
Yeah, so do it right. Do it right. And you don't have to stop. You don't have to go up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. If you do it right, you just lose the extra fat and then you're fine. And you can maintain it. Just fine. Like everyone here in the Swole fam that's losing weight, you're maintaining it. Why? Because you just start eating better. You figure out what foods work best for your body and you just keep on doing that. Guess what? If you don't quit, you don't have to start again. So there's that.
Saying that being obese is healthy for you either. Neither is good for you.
Stop making this out to be something that softens the negative effects of obesity. That is the most important thing. Your feelings are irrelevant. That's your concern. Okay? That's your concern. That's your fault, just like the obesity.
And that's why they say staying at one weight and maintaining that is probably going to be better for you than constantly having this up and down. But
not doing dumb shit is better for you. But if you do dumb shit, you might go back up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. How about you just make better lifestyle choices and then you will lose extra body fat and you'll feel better, sleep better, all that other stuff. 7 pillars, but I don't want to complicate it too much for you right now.
People don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear the nuance. They don't want to hear that both can be true at the same time. All that they want to hear is, oh, being fat's healthy. No, they never fucking said that. They said being obese as well as the constant attempts to not be obese are both not good for you.
Oh my God, are you telling me that there's more than one thing in this world that's not good for you? Oh my God, you mean more than one thing can be bad for you? Oh my God.
That's why weight loss is such a hard fucking thing. That's why it's so nuanced. That's why people who are overweight deserve this type of compassion.
Yo, they need to fucking have compassion for themselves and stop complaining about it as if it's going to go away when you change your hashtag. Just fucking get to work and do it properly. Watch the Daily Swole. Make some gains with the Swole fam. 35 more seconds of this goddamn banshee barking at us.
That's why fat shaming never works.
That is a fucking lie. That's a lie. That's a fucking lie. People need more shame. Just think about it. There are a lot of people just walking around out there in this world that need to be like, have a little fucking shame. Like, look at yourself. Like, you should feel like, what the fuck am I doing with myself? What am I doing to my body? Yeah, more people need some of that shit. It's a matter of how you react to it. Shame is not a bad thing. If you internalize like shame, oh my God, I'm a terrible person, and you go fucking hang yourself, that's not good. That's not good. But a lot of people feel like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? And then boom, they get after it. Sounds like it worked. The fuck out of here.
That's why hating yourself into trying to lose weight never works.
Why would it? I'm going to hate myself into losing weight. Hate is not shame. What the fuck are you babbling about? I'm not saying hate yourself. I'm saying love yourself. Love yourself more than you ever have. And realize that in order to love and care and respect myself, you got to take care of that shit. You got to take care of your life. Get it together, champ. You're still going?
And that's why everyone is fighting all the time about this one fucking issue.
It's about every issue. People are fighting all the time about every fucking issue. Everything. Everything. You know why? Because they have no control over their lives, and they're taught to not have any control, and they're taught to outsource their aggression and hate the patriarchy and the culture and, I don't know, white people, everything. It's all Marxist, fucking victimized. It's nonsense. It's all oppression-based victim pussy bullshit.
Because it's not a one-size-fit-all. It's not just a caloric deficit. It's not just this or that. It's all of this shit combined. It's genetics. It's lifestyle. It's everything.
Oh, it's everything? Oh my God.
But people just want to pick this one little thing apart and say, this is the cause of the issue. This is it right here. And when it's not. It's...
All right, so it's everything. Guess what you can't do if it's everything? You can't change it. So what happens with people like this and everyone else that's involved just complaining about bullshit, if it's everything, what are you going to do about it? What do you do when you have to, it's everything against you? It's everything's fault. There's so much, that's not what nuance is, chica. That's you just blaming everything but yourself. That's not nuance. That's just, it's everything. So what can you do about it? Nothing. There's nothing to do. How can you can't change everything. She's literally listing everything out of her fucking control rather than put the fucking cookies down. Go for a walk. Get some sun in your tits. You look like you're giving Casper a run for his money. Like, go outside. I don't know. Eat some real fucking food. When's the last time you fucking went to the gym? Seriously. When was the last time you took care of yourself? All right, pick a number, 1 or 2. That's fucking stuff.
If you can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up. Everybody knows you never go full retard.
I don't know. Not everyone knows. You'd think that everyone knows you never go full retard. But every time we watch these videos, like, that's not true. Not everyone knows, apparently. Not everyone knows. You think everyone knows. You never go full. They don't. They don't. They just don't know. You realize they don't know.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
All right, come on. Number 1, number 2. Number 1. Or number 2. Yapish. Number 1. Number 2. Yapish. Number 1. Or number 2. Yeah, thank you, Daniel, for that. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. How do you like that COVID now, Daniel? Fucking picking that fucking shit. On a serious note, I hope nothing's wrong. I hope you're fine. Kick that butt. You pick that fucking, you pick that shit, you deserve it. You pick that shit, you fucking deserve it. I'm just kidding. But that was a bad video. It's all right. It's all right. Look, you picked the less, I mean, you tried to pick the best one of a pile of shit, right? It's like, which of these pieces of shit smells the least like shit? It's like, they all smell like shit. All right, Krista, let's go. Krista, number one. Let's get a golf clap. Who the fuck knows what's going to happen here? All right, Krista, number one. This is called Fat Girl Rant. God damn it.
Hi, TikTokers.
Oh,
Fat Girl Rant.
No, you could have just said rant. Fuck me. Whew. All right, that was a lot. Didn't expect that. Okay. All right, settle down. Come on. No. We're not going to make fun of people. Easy there, soundboard. Chill out. All right, let's go.
Hi, TikTokers. Fat Girl Rant.
Ha.
Medical professionals need to get this through their head.
Oh, you got to love someone. Tell those medical professionals what they should be doing for their job. They got to stop telling you to lose fat, right? Yeah, they're fat phobic.
Just because I am big.
That's a generous term. Just because I am big. You're big, huh? Okay.
Because I am a little overweight.
If you're just listening, you kind of have to watch the video, but it's a vertical video and I only see your jowls up. Your face tells me you're not a little overweight. Like your face is morbidly obese. Your face is, I don't know. But okay.
Does not mean that other things aren't responsible for health issues. In fact, this particular health issue that I went to go see the doctor for today has nothing to do with weight.
Tell us. I mean, did you stub your toe? I broke my toe. Okay. Would you stood up again? Oh, okay. All right. Come on. Settle down. Simone.
Great Scott! People of all weights, ages, size, and range have this exact same issue. Stop telling me that I am overweight. I am aware. Trust me, I am aware. I left.
Okay. Wait. Hold on a second. Let's hear this out.
Exact same issue. Stop telling me that I am overweight. I am aware. Trust me, I am aware. I have to look at myself in the mirror every freaking morning. But as a medical professional, you should be looking for the root cause of the problem and not just assume that it's because of weight. Because I guarantee you, if I was 160 pounds or whatever my ideal weight was, you wouldn't be telling me that I'm having this issue because of weight. You would be actually trying to discover the root cause. Note to self, not going back to that doctor.
Yeah, okay.
Me that I am overweight. I am aware. Trust me, I am aware. I have to look at myself in the mirror every freaking morning.
All right, so this is the problem, okay? I feel for this chick. I do. I really do. She's obviously hates the way she looks. She's like, I am aware. She's saying it with like as if like, okay, you can say aware. I am aware. I have to look at myself every freaking morning. So obviously there's a lot of aggression, internalized self-hatred that's being radiated out at a doctor that's like, hey, we need to be taken care of. First off, you're not a doctor. So how the fuck do you know what's related to your weight or not? Okay. And you're not sharing with us, not like you need to. That's your medical information. So you don't have to tell us anything, but you must tell us if you're vaccinated or not. Haha, get it? Too soon?
Attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
You switch the samples.
So you don't have to tell us. You don't have to tell us because that's privileged, your medical information, but you do have to show us your passport, your vaccine passport in order to get into the store. I'm just kidding. Fuck that shit. But she obviously is not happy with the way she looks. But what's she doing about it? Blaming a doctor for addressing her lifestyle habits, that's not helping. I mean, so here's the thing. When you go to a doctor and you go in, let's say you have something that's unrelated to your fat, they're also going to be looking over your overall health profile. Because when you go to a doctor, sometimes or I shouldn't say very often, but sometimes someone goes to a doctor, hey, I'm having a little bit of a headache. So the doctor does a test or whatever, and they look and they find something going on. You have a tumor somewhere. It's like, oh, I went in for a headache. It's sometimes something else might be related to the issue. So you go to a doctor, it's negligence if they don't address your overall health in combination with that, because you're going in just for like a general checkup plus whatever the issue is. So I don't know the details. And here's another thing. Not every doctor is excellent. Just because you have an MD, there's some people that are assholes that are doctors, obviously.
The attacks on me, quite frankly, are attacks on science.
There's some people who are evil fucks that are doctors. And there's also people that, you know, graduate at the bottom of their class, right? What do you call a student that graduates at the bottom of medical school, right? What do you call that? A doctor. That's like a classic joke, right? So you might graduate bottom of your class from medical school. You're still an MD, right? You pass your boards barely. You just scrape by with like a 70. If that's a passing grade, you got a 70.1. All right. You're board certified. Doesn't mean you know what you're talking about. Also doesn't mean that you don't know what you're talking about. Some people just are terrible at taking tests, but you're great with patient care. Whatever. Okay. But at the same time, if you have a lot of self-loathing and hatred, like that just brings the question, why are you getting angry about all this shit? What are you doing? Like, I'm curious. If this person is watching this video, which I doubt, send us an email, join in on the live stream and tell, what are you doing every day? What are your habits every single day? I guarantee if you are so frustrated with the way you look, you can make those changes. And it's not about weight loss, it's about habit changes. Fucking guarantee. You get this chick on like an animal-based diet, eating organ meats and grass-fed beef and exercising every day. Fucking gonna melt off, getting good sleep every night, meditating. Tell me she wouldn't just drop weight like crazy. Get the fuck out of here. So obviously, look, and I feel for that. I know, like, to look in the mirror and to not be happy, but like, I understand, but everything doesn't have to. You're blaming the doctor for noticing the same fucking thing that you look at in the mirror. And understand, you look at yourself in the mirror every day, or you don't. A lot of obese people don't have many mirrors in their house because they don't want to see it. That doesn't change it. It's like changing your hashtag and thinking your health is going to change. Oh, I changed my hashtag, so now I don't have diabetes anymore. That's not how it works. So the doctor that maybe never sees you or saw you for the first time is like, holy shit, this chick is fucking obese, morbidly obese. And the doctor will recommend lifestyle changes, or you need to be doing this. I'm not saying they know what to do. They're not telling you good information. I'm sure they're probably not talking about an elimination diet. But shit, if you walk into a doctor's office, if a morbidly obese person walks in, I don't care if it's for like, oh, I broke my toe. I'm gonna be like, what is going on here? Like, we have to make massive changes. Otherwise, you are going to have a serious medical, event in the near future. It's ridiculous. Never going to that doctor again because what? The doctor has fucking eyes and can see you. The doctor can see. Oh, the doctor can see that you're taking up the entire room. Well, let's just not talk about it then. I mean, that's not what we do at the doctor, is address health concerns. All right, last one. This is called How People Get Fat. Oh my God, this is a whole fat show. My God, this makes me want to go eat a steak and go to the fucking gym.
This comment indicates 3 things.
All right. This chick is responding to a post or a question on TikTok. It says, I don't understand how people let themselves get this fat in the first place. Like, and then laughing face. True story.
Number 1, if you look at their bio, they're just screaming for attention. Oh, did my comment piss you off? Too bad. Yeah, when you put something offensive and rude in people's comments, they're gonna be offended.
Stop reading the comments. Why are you engaging with the comments? Why don't you just look at it? I look at comments all the time that are like trying to goad me. I look at it and I scroll on if I'm even looking at the comments. Like, stop looking at the fucking comments all the time. Let's move on.
How it works. But they'll respond, and that's the only attention you're gonna get. So here we are. Number 2, no matter how hard you try, no matter how much you show that you're actually trying to lose weight, it's still not gonna be good enough for people. Because this comment was on a video of me trying on a pair of pants that used to be way too small, then became way too big.
Yeah,
but still gets comments like this.
Okay, good.
Number 3, people truly don't understand how people get fat. They honestly think that
we get it. Yeah, we do know. We also know how to get unfat. Okay, let's continue. Okay,
people just get lazy. But honestly, for some people, it's medical conditions.
Very rarely.
Some people, it's genetics. Some people, it's eating disorders. Some people, it's addictions. A lot of the time, it's not laziness and not something to laugh about.
Yeah, and it's usually a combination of all those things. Most people, look, I think if you're going to get fast food, you're fucking addicted to fast food. If you think that McDonald's, Burger King, Sonic, I don't know, KFC, Popeyes, all this shit, if you think that's an option for consumption, you have an eating disorder. You have a disordered thought pattern of like what should be going in your body. That's what I think. All right? You can take that any way you fucking want. I'm not sitting outside being like holding signs like they do outside Planned Parenthood and be like, you know, you have an eating disorder. But if you're going to Taco Bell thinking that's a fucking option, thinking that there's shit that you should be putting in your mouth, get the fuck out of here. Okay? Most of the time it is fucking laziness. Most of the time it is not taking personal responsibility. Most of the time it is not exercising. It is eating garbage food. It is all those fucking things. And why are you thinking and internalizing and processing and caring about a fucking troll's comments? It's never good enough for some people. No shit. Especially on the internet when these people are not even wearing pants in their mother's basement. Of course they're going to make shitty comments like that. Who cares what they think? For fuck's sake, who cares what they think in the comments? Smile, laugh, and fucking move on. Be like, hey, look at this asshole. See, comments like this. It's never good for some people. No shit. Why do you think they leave those comments? To get a rise out of you. And then you're commenting and responding to their comment about how their comments are bullshit and how they're trolls. Fucking stop replying to these things. Jesus Christ. Stop replying to it. What are you doing? This is the thing. You're sticking your neck out. All right, you're playing in traffic and then wondering why you got hit by a fucking car. You're playing in traffic and you wonder why you got hit by a fucking car. Some people just hit people when you're driving the road. I don't understand. Get out of the fucking road. Get out of the road. You're going to play on the road, you're going to get hit by a fucking car. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Okay, Fuck yeah. All right, fam, we have an accountability meeting Monday, March 7th, as day after tomorrow, 12 noon Eastern time. Join the fam today. Last 2 days to jump on the Fuck Your Resolution specials. You get started for less than $5, but unlimited is where it's at. Get access to over 240 yoga classes that you can stream 24/7, 365. Not to mention we have full programs for, oh my God, full programs for every single desire or need, whether you have equipment, whether you don't have equipment. Doesn't matter if you've never worked out a day in your life or you've been training for 25 years. We have content, we have the training, we have the shit for you, and it's all there. It's all there. We were talking about it yesterday. We were talking about personal training and someone was asking a question. I forget if we watched a video. I think it was like that trainer video where she was saying that, you know, people blame the client or something like that. And I'm saying like, yeah, you blame the fucking client when they're not taking advantage. Anyway, we were talking about the price. We were talking about how it's like $80 an hour, $90 an hour. Shit. If I was doing personal training today, I would charge double, triple, or quadruple that because, you know, it's how I value my time and the skills that I've, appropriate over decades and decades. And many trainers are $80, $100 plus an hour. But what about getting 3 months to Swolenormous X for the same price? You will get more value, more content, and we're always adding new shit for less than like one fucking session of a personal trainer. You literally have this in your pocket, not to mention all the private groups that we have. So I don't care where you live in the world. Telegram, Discord, Facebook. We have Swole Text for US and Canada. We have constant engagement. I'm here live every fucking day taking questions. We have private live calls every single week. We have roundtables where we have full conversations for 2 hours. Like we do this and we lock down all the 7 pillars. So what you're getting when you go to a personal training, you might talk about nutrition, right? You might talk about nutrition. You might talk about pillars 2 and definitely 3. You're going to be training, but are you really getting all the benefits of recovery, mobility, mindfulness? Do you have a really solid community? You need to plug in. You need to make sure you're cutting out all the noise. You need to make sure that you are executing and you're doing this properly every single day. You're focusing on consistency. Anyway, make sure that you check out Swolenormous X. It's unlike anything that you've ever tried. It's unlike anything that you see out there. It's not just a little bit of like eating properly. It's not a diet plan. It's literally customizing your nutrition. It's literally customizing your training. All 7 pillars are customized to suit your needs. And that's different than what anyone else offers. A lot of times it's like, hey, eat this way. No, we help you navigate this world of a lot of confusion and uncertainty. And we help you navigate which foods and which eating styles are best for you as an individual. Who cares if it's genetics? Who cares if it's all about what works best for you. And you can do this yourself in your home, in your life. and we'll help you stay accountable. We'll help you adhere to a program. We have something for everyone. And it doesn't matter what your goal is, what your experience, what your age is, what you got between your legs, what color you are, how tall you are. I don't care who the fuck it is. As long as you have no patience for stupidity and nonsense, and you're here to fucking, take control of your health with no bullshit, the Swole fam is for you, and you are welcome. I don't care how much you weigh. I don't care anything. But you have to have a beard. You can't join if you don't have a beard. But if you don't have a beard and you join, once you join the fam, you kind of start getting some stubble. Ladies, apologize about that. But you start getting some stubble, just by joining, because all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, this beard really just pops out when I join the Swole fam. So, you have to check the box when you sign up, like no beard necessary. Like I'll pass on the beard. It's an option. It's an add-on, but it's free. It's included. Okay. Hopefully I didn't scare anyone into like, oh, I'm not going to join now because I don't want a beard. Well, who would say that? I don't know. Join the fam today. Damn right. I agree. Jen, let's take a couple comments before we give away the Swole card. I get trolls on my jujitsu page. I laugh and move on. As you should. Stephanie gets it. I know a woman, she walks her dog every day, and every day afterwards she eats at a restaurant, huge plate of food. She can't understand why she's not losing any weight, and she's huge. Yeah, I wonder. Josh, unlimited worth billions. Thank you, brother. Steffi, I live in the land of the Swole. Ooh, the land of the Swole. Cerny, we work hard and have fun. Indeed. Michelle, you've never seen anything like the Swoleverse. No doubt. Kim, you have to invest in yourself. It's an investment, a valuable investment. 1,000%. Thank you, Daniel. And I hope you feel better. I was just teasing about wishing COVID on you. You already have it, so you don't need any help from me, but feel better, bro. I recently joined. If you are here watching and haven't joined, take this step. The fam is amazing. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the plug. Nick, isn't it the beard on the inside that counts, Papa? Oh.
Dodson, we've got Dodson here.
Huh. All right. Kashina, no offense, Papa, but I'm not trying to be known as the bearded lady, but Swole, yes, that is my pronoun. All right. I'll settle down. Come on, man. Brandon wants to know why not. Because if you have a beard, if you get a little bit of a beard going, then, the kids can rub it up and down, right? The kids can rub your...
I got hairy legs.
Rub your beard up and down. All right. Too much? That's good. All right. We're done. I think we're done. All right. Swole slut. Falcon, take us away. Let's nut this beef. Who's a swole slut? So one of you here is definitely a filthy whore. Anyone watching or listening for the first time, oh my God, I'm just calling everyone a swole slut? Yes, it's a compliment. Be a swole slut. All right. We got one from, did I pronounce that right? Rance Stanley. Congratulations. All right. I'll take it. Congratulations. I like that, Rance. That's an interesting name. Very interesting. Congratulations, Rance Stanley. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2129 in the subject and your mailing address in the body of the email. Congratulations. Very nice. Remember, you can win multiple cards. So play often, play regularly. And remember, always play with yourself, pinch your nips, and let's nut this beach. Falcon, take it away. God, that is piercing today, Falcon. That's really piercing. Congratulations, Rance. Where's that from? Rance Stanley. Stanley was my grandfather's name. Rance. I don't know how to put this, but kind of a big deal.
I don't know how to put this, but...
Rance is kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal.
I'm funny how? I mean funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you?
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man.
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you are sharing the podcast. Leave us a review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Please leave us a review. It helps a lot. Trust me, podcasts are where it's at. Share the knowledge cock. Share it with someone who needs some big old virtual eggplant across the face. We got some knowledge cock. We got some cock piano. Some piano cock coming up in just about 1 minute or so. Get ready. What a great man cast. Play that piano. Oh, yeah.
I better use my strong.
Oh, my God. That was all right.
Great Scott!
Woof.
I'm a fair guy. And it's making me absolutely crazy. Ever served in a forward area?
Jesus Christ.
We hold these truths to be self-evident.
Oh.
All men and women created
dried
by
mango.
Go, you know the
no complaints. Fucking nailed it, as always. God damn it.
You can't be at least mildly interesting, then shut the hell up.
That was sharp. That was fire.
Make me happy.
The more you hate me, the more you will learn.
That might be the truth, right? The more you hate me, the more you will learn. Nailed it! Again.
What the hell kind of country is this where I can only hate a man if he's white?
Those goddamn white people. Those goddamn whites. Always. It's like a black person using the N-word. I gotta start upping that white hatred. Come on, I gotta take control. I gotta own it. Gotta take it back for the white man. Like the piano cock? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Look how white I am. Look at me. Look at me. Look at my whiteness. Look at my whiteness. Look at my whiteness. Look at how white I am. Look, I just blend in with the wall. Yeah. White as fuck. White as fuck. All right. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. I'm like bronze. So I don't know how that works. But thank you so much for being here, fam. Make sure you subscribe. Remember, all the links down below for the live stream, thedailyswole.com. Check out papaswolio.com. Use code DailySwole for 10% off your order. And of course, swolenormousx.com. All those links down below. Subscribe, share the podcast far and wide. And I'll see you back here tomorrow for the Red, White, and Swole Sunday Fun Day Q&A with your boy, Papa. Peace the fuck out, fam. Fam, go have a great day. Go make some gains. When will the vein snap, says... When will the vein snap? I don't know. We got great blood flow. I can tell you that much. All right, fam. We'll see you tomorrow for 21:30. Peace, McGee's, Deuce Magoose, your boy, Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they can't left and they so mad, it's like...
Then yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, chill. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm